What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Movie Pod. My name's Isaac, and I'm joined by our lovely co-host, Joseph, the podcaster.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Lovely.
Oh.
How you doing, Joseph, mate?
I'm all good. I'm good. We just finished work, got home,
We did.
got some news, kind of excited, kind of
Talking
scared.
about our
Don't
favorite
know.
person.
Yeah. Where actually, to be honest, now this leaves a void. Who's gonna fill the spot? I have an idea. The Aculates director. What's her name?
Leslie Henlin. Leslie Henlin.
She can fit.
She's filling
Yeah,
the
she can
Someone
fill the
else
void.
from Star Wars. Yeah.
Yep.
It's my first episode back as well. I'm back from holidays, guys. We had 4 episodes come out while I was away on holidays. If you guys follow us on Instagram at themoviepod, you would have known. But other than that, yeah, I'm back. Better than ever. Coming back to talk about. We just love shitting on stuff, man. Especially that's coming from modern day Lucasfilm.
Yeah. Although something that you have shit on in the past that you've told me you need to have a formal apology for.
Marvel, yeah.
Marvel, yeah.
I'll
Do
talk
a
about
separate video on that.
I will do a separate video on that, but guys, over my trip when I went away, lots of driving. We drove up north, right? So lots of time to watch movies. I decided to rewatch Marvel. I'm up to Thor: The Dark World, and I forgot how good Marvel. Well, not how good it was. Marvel has been disappointing lately, so I got all fed up in the getting angry at it that I forgot that it is actually quite good at the start. So when I finish my chronological rewatch, I will do a video reviewing the MCU, I guess. Be a long video, but I'll do it.
Full MCU ranking.
Yeah. We should.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, we'll be talking about if you haven't realized yet. Not Big Brain. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah. That's actually confusing. What on earth is a Dial of Destiny?
I don't know, man.
Like, does it have any importance to Indiana Jones? Has it been referenced ever before or anything like that?
Couldn't
Or
tell
is
you,
it just
man. Could not tell
nice?
you.
Nice.
It's a ringing. It's a ringing title. It's what's the word? Ringing dial of destiny. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Man. The title is Indiana Jones and the Dial. Anyway, Indiana Jones 5, man. Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. You would think, this would do quite good. It's got Harrison Ford, man. It's Indiana Jones. Nostalgically, Dr. Jones, man. Like, nostalgically, you think people would come back to see this. It's Harrison Ford. You think it'd be doing good. It's Lucasfilm's first movie in 4 years since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker.
We know how good that was.
I will bring up points about. We know Kathleen Kennedy probably hasn't been a good leader for Lucasfilm since Disney purchased it.
What? Since when? Sorry.
She probably hasn't. She's done some good things. Some shows have been good. Some products have been good. But those products were from Dave, man. So it's pretty obvious that she hasn't done a good job with the company, for the fans at least. But the sequels were very financially successful. Heck, The Force Awakens is the highest grossing domestic film of all time. So, she's definitely made Disney some money, but God, has she lost them some money. Especially of late. The sequels did great with box office numbers. Mandalorian season 1 and 2 broke streaming numbers. But then she gives Andor a $250 million budget. A show, the least watched Star Wars show, Andor. She gives $250 million budget. She approves of season 2 before season 1 is out. But then Obi-Wan Kenobi. Star Wars is probably most financially successful show. Definitely not the best one. But I think it's got the most viewers. she gives that a $90 million budget.
Yep.
It's, it's like, what's going through the brain, Kathy? What? Is it the old age? Is it the old age? What's going on? And the same thing has now happened to good old Indy. It's a shame, I saw this meme the other day. I'll throw it up on screen now for you watching on YouTube. Kathleen Kennedy has destroyed all of George Lucas's creations now. Star Wars, Willow, now Indiana Jones. What is she going to do next? Create a sequel to American Graffiti and destroy that? Wouldn't be surprised, man. Wouldn't be surprised. Hollywood are dull. They got no more ideas. It doesn't seem.
There's something else I've noticed. She's kind of killed Harrison Ford's character.
Yeah.
She's kind of just been the murderer of Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Han Solo. And then
yeah, but obviously, in fairness, he did want to die there. But and I wouldn't say she ruined his character. And I wouldn't say Harrison Ford. Yeah, Han Solo was a ruined character at the end. Definitely not. But she's what he was around in the last.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in Last Jedi, but he was in Rise and Force Awakens. Yeah, and now. And now Indy has kind of pooped out, so she's just committing the massacre of Harrison Ford characters,
I suppose. Going back to her giving budgets to stuff. Look at this. Indiana Jones of the Dial of Destiny had a $329 million budget, plus $100 million from marketing, making the total budget $429 million. The budget, $429 million. Meaning the film would need to make roughly $700 million to $900 million to start earning a profit. Harrison Ford was paid $20 million for his Indiana Jones role in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So far, the movie has currently grossed $130 million globally. It's not looking good.
No. And it won't go much up from there.
$700 million to $900 million to start making profit, to start earning money. It's currently made $130 million.
Yeah, it's not making a profit. Simple as that.
Bob Iger has to get rid of her now, right? She's made too many mistakes. She's lost the company so much money, especially with this. This is the biggest loss. This is her biggest idiotic move. I don't know, $700 million to $900 million. They gotta have sense that, yes, Indiana Jones is sick and all, but is it really gonna make $900 million? Is it really gonna crack $1 billion? It's not as big as Star Wars. It's not as big as Marvel stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 didn't even hit $900 million. Man, cinemas aren't as thriving as they used to be. People are sick of this kind of stuff. So it's got to be obvious that she's out now. It's really got to be obvious that surely she's out now. Bob Iger's surely had enough. He's surely
he has to. He's got to do a full clearing of his of his important what would you call them? Just workers. Exactly. His important executives, because especially all those who have been around long enough, and there hasn't been change. It's got to be a reset of the company, I feel. And I'm not saying Bob Iger's going to save Star Wars, I should say Lucasfilm. I say Star Wars because Indy needs to be left.
Yeah. Bob Iger actually he told Lucasfilm that from now on, strictly Star Wars. It's got to stop making no other content. They tried it. They tried it with Willow TV show. It absolutely bombed. They took it off Disney Plus so they could write it down as a tax write-off and get their money back from it, because that's how hard it bombed. That's just sad. And now Indiana Jones has bombed. He has actually gone to Kathy and Lucasfilm executives and told them, Star Wars only now, guys. Star Wars only. So
yeah, okay. So Willow's a TV series, right?
So yeah, it was a movie back in the 70s or 80s. George Lucas made, and then they rebooted it, made a TV show. But you can't watch that anymore, man. They took it off Disney Plus. You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, in my mind, if it's really that good of a story, see, in my head, Willow would be better as a as a movie than it would be a TV show.
Heck, I had never heard
Because
of Willow. Like,
we know that good cinema sells tickets.
yeah,
I
like
don't
you
know what
can't
Willow's
say
about,
cinema's
but
dead, man.
the Willow, the whale, sorry, that did amazing, and that's not like a big action thing.
Yeah, and like,
TV shows just don't make money anymore. I can understand Star Wars
they
and
tried their
Marvel
streaming.
and arguably DC, but that's to set up movies so that movies do better. If you're not making a movie out of it, there's no point.
Yeah, like
it's an assist. It's a leg up when you have a TV show because it's more content to get people hyped about the movies. That's what it should be used. It should be used as a leg up, not as normal entertainment, especially on a streaming service that isn't based around. Also, The Mandalorian proved that. Same with Marvel. But if it's if it's a TV show that's based around something that no one's watched, you're not going to make a profit out of it. I don't know who thought it would.
It's like now, this is again Dave Filoni, who seems to be on a good thing at Lucasfilm right now. His whole Mandalorian verse, right? The Filoni verse, people call it, with the Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Ahsoka show, Skeleton Crew. All of those all those TV shows are building up to create a final cinematic movie, which we're getting in 2026. So, and then that's Dave, man. If Kathy does go, it's also, are we just going to get another Kathleen Kennedy? Are we going to get a worse person than Kathleen Kennedy? I honestly think
I don't.
Are we just going to get another Kathleen Kennedy? There's heaps of them out there, man, in Hollywood.
There is, and especially in this new woke kind of thing. Somebody was telling me that there's a airline company who are hiring minorities to be pilots instead of the best pilots. It's like, who's going to want to go on the plane with the guy with years of experience, but he's black? Or the 20-year veteran who's has like fucking thousands of hours worth of flying experience. I know which one I'm picking.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, like, if Disney are saying to Lucasfilm and, want Lucasfilm to just produce Star Wars content, then I think Dave Filoni should be promoted to that role of Lucasfilm President. If it's solely Star Wars based company, I really think Dave should take it under his wing and do it. I really do, and I think if that happened, Star Wars will be coming back. But it's just, they get rid of Kathy, it's a matter of fact of who the hell they're gonna put in there. So we're not safe.
The Cathinator.
We're not safe until really we know.
Yeah, but we could get somebody truly amazing who's just come out of the blue.
Like DC is hella lucky right now. They just got James Gunn. DC was in fumbles, bro. They were in scrambles, and now they got James Gunn. And I'm excited for the DCU. I'm very excited for DC's future with James Gunn.
I'm less excited over because of the Flash now, because
I love the Flash.
But how much hype that James Gunn gave, everybody was like, "Oh, it's the best comic book movie. It's amazing." It was really not. I don't know how many people they paid to say that.
He needed to hype it up. Tom Cruise even said it, bro. He needed to hype it up. I think it's because they need money. They need money.
Yeah, they do.
And I think a lot of people are saying that because The Flash has bombed and flopped, James Gunn's DCU is already over.
Yeah,
which is a long stretch because it hasn't started.
I think it'll take longer to. Yeah, exactly. I think it'll take longer for him to get started, like to really pick up. Whereas if the Flash didn't bomb, that's just an absolute leg up for him.
The first DCU made film is obviously Superman Legacy, directed and written by James Gunn. That has to do amazing. that
I think it will, though.
to be perfect. That has to do amazing.
I think it will. I genuinely think that it will.
That'll be the make or break of DCU, is that movie. I don't know, man. There's a lot of DC haters out there. But then again, when was the last Superman
That's just
movie?
because
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel 2013.
Right. And yeah.
I wouldn't even say, like, if you you can correct me, but the Man of Steel critic ratings to
not that good. Like 50s.
But audience ratings, I think was not high, but not as bad as the critic ratings. I think the movie was one of those audience.
I think audience liked it for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm pretty sure it's a audience approved. Movie.
Yeah, it's got 56% critic, 75% audience.
There you go. That proves it. I didn't even hate the movie. I get it. I get critically why it's not fantastic.
I feel like it's really dull. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's an alright Superman movie, and Henry Cavill, I feel like does a good job. So
Henry Cavill is a really good Superman. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, I think they definitely. I think the Superman movie will be. I think it's going to be like a step in the right direction. What they need is comic book accuracy,
and James Gunn's going.
That's where Marvel. Yeah, well, this is where Marvel hasn't been on top of the game lately. Is comic book accuracy, and I feel like that's what's really kind of started bringing them down, which is fine, but like I appreciate staying away from the comic books. I don't want it to be plagiarized.
Yeah.
But what we need from DC is just a story we can recognize, a story we love, with characters that we love, and because it's safe.
For sure.
We want safety with DC right now.
For sure. Definitely. And as I said, that Superman movie, Superman Legacy, is make or break. You see our new Superman? Probably make an episode on this. Probably do an episode on this. But you see our new Superman?
No.
Okay.
Oh yes, no, I did.
Yeah. We'll do an episode on it. Because there's a lot of people they're saying it's just that he looks identical to Henry Cavill, man. Identical. So it's people aren't happy. We
love Henry Cavill.
They get rid of Henry Cavill and they bring this guy in who looks like his twin. But back to Indiana. It's we'll look at the Indiana Jones.
Review like
Rotten
tomatoes.
Because
tomatoes.
It debuted.
Was it 94 critics?
There's an echo.
There's an echo?
Yeah,
is it my fault or is it your fault? It's your fault. It's always your fault.
It's always my fault.
It's always your fault.
Wait, don't say anything. Hello? Echo's gone. Talk?
Hello? Yes.
Hello, talk. Don't talk. Hello. Echo's gone. Hey guys, we're back. Dude, Echo comes back. And now it's gone. Hello? It's gone. It's gone. Okay, whenever we talk at the same time, the echo is there.
Okay. Stop interrupting me then.
Indiana Jones.
I don't like it.
So Indiana Jones debuted with not the greatest audience, not the greatest critic score. It debuted at some film festival. That Kathleen Kennedy took it to because she thought that'd be a great idea. And it was not very good for them. It absolutely bombed. I think the reviews were in the 40% for critics. Since then, since the films came out, it's at 68% critic and 88% audience, which is not bad. You know, they got 20% in between them. 88% audience is very good. I've seen a lot of people who have seen it on Twitter. I've been seeing a lot of love for the film. People are loving it. But
people also love The Flash, so all I'm saying.
No. I'm that guy who loves the Flash. I don't know if studios really look at reviews anymore. If
They
they
probably
only
should.
they should, or if only they look at box office numbers. Also because this movie has flopped. Who directed this movie? James Mangold. What is he set to direct? A Star Wars movie, Dawn of the Jedi, which could be so cool. That movie's not happening. I guarantee you. People, executives, shareholders, investors in the company are not going to want to invest in James Mangold's Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi movie because last time he partnered up with this studio, Lucasfilm, his movie absolutely bombed and lost so many people money. So his movie probably won't happen, which is a shame because Dawn of the Jedi could have been cool as hell and not happening.
I think he's safe.
I don't know, man.
I think he's safe, and the reason why is he's already got such a big repertoire. He's got such a successful resume in Logan, in Ford vs Ferrari, and yes, it's bombed in the box office. But if you look at why it bombed at the box office, it's not like you'd have to be pretty clueless to know why it did bomb at the box office.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like Indiana Jones is a 40-year-old series where hasn't been touched. Actually, genuinely hasn't been touched. The last Indiana Jones project, I think, was bloody Lego Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So, and it's trying to captivate young people, and it's not the thing that I think about correlates with the best is the Jurassic Park series that finished, I think, in 1993, where the third one came out, and then
15.
2 years later, in 2015, they came out with Jurassic World.
Which was
you know why that sold? It's because it's dinosaurs. I'm sorry, but what kid in the 21st century is watching Indiana Jones? Like, yes, maybe in the 80s, it was famous because The Goonies and those kind of movies. Those were treasure hunting movies. And yes, there are kids these days who love it, but not kids.
You could say Indiana Jones is like it's a Nazi killing movie, man. You're around killing Nazis. No one people our age not interested in that. Like the demographic not there anymore.
Okay, if Harrison Ford wasn't in Indiana Jones, would you have watched it?
What? Like the first one?
Yeah, if would you have liked Indiana Jones as much if it wasn't Harrison Ford because of Han Solo?
That's probably a factor. I won't admit to it, but it probably is.
No, but I'd say that's an arguable factor for a lot of people. And I'm not saying the quality of the original ones, but the only recognizable character in these two movies, in the new Indiana Jones movies, Harrison Ford from Star Wars, right? And kids don't appreciate Star Wars as much as when I say kids, I mean younger than us.
Yeah.
I mean kids, like children.
Yeah.
Like the people who want to, 12-year-olds, the people who want to go watch the Jurassic World, the dinosaur movie, or whatever action movies out at the time, or whatever. It's just out of style, these movies. And I think that hating on James Mangold because of it is a stupid mistake when, as I said, Logan I think is the best comic book movie, but
definitely top.
It's undebatable that it's in the top 3. Undebatable.
Top 4.
Okay, but
fourth. Best Marvel movie for sure.
It's better than. I'd say the only thing you could debate about it is Dark Knight. That's all I can say is better. And I don't agree it's better. I think the only movie you can argue it's better is The Dark Knight.
My ranking for top 4 comic book is Dark Knight, Batman, Joker.
If you say Joker isn't in the comic book movie.
What do you mean, man?
It's not a comic book movie.
Is it not?
It has nothing to do with the comics. It has zero. The
film based on
relations to the
DC comic characters.
Yeah. Have you actually read any comic book things on the Joker?
No.
Okay. In the comics, Joker doesn't have a name. In the comics, we don't know anything about the Joker. The only thing we know about Joker's life is that he plays...
They created an origin.
That means it's not comic book accurate.
Shut up, man.
That means it's not comic book accurate if it's an origin, if it's new.
Shut up, man.
When I say comic book accuracy, I mean it's accurate towards a comic book. Logan is comic book accurate to Old Man Logan series. The Dark Knight is just whatever Dark Knight series that one's on. Logan is the most comic book accurate depiction of a superhero we have.
Okay, mate.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. But man, Joker's so good, bro. You always just
but it has nothing to do with, because it's not based on like.
Yeah, man, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I'm not arguing it's a great movie. I think it's a great movie, but it's a psychological thriller. It's not a Joker movie. It uses the Joker IP. There's two things that relate it to Joker. It's not an origin story. It's a shitty origin story.
It is not a shitty origin story.
It's a shitty origin story.
I love origin stories.
It's not an origin story. Anyway, James Mangold has made the most comic book accurate superhero movie. And he also did Ford vs Ferrari, which is just a stacked roster. It might be the most stacked roster in any movie ever.
Yeah, it is a. You know, James Mangold. He was on like a podcast or something the other day. James Mangold, come onto our podcast, please. And he was talking about like his films and stuff. You know, he was meant to make a Boba Fett movie, but Kathleen Kennedy turned it down after Solo flopped because they didn't want to focus. They didn't want to make movies about like single characters anymore because Solo flopped. They thought big brain Kathleen Kennedy. This frustrates me. Big brain Kathleen Kennedy thought Solo flopped because it was it's one character. She's like, it needs multiple characters in it, like big characters. No, it freaking flopped because The Last Jedi came out 4 months earlier and completely tore the Star Wars fandom. The Star Wars fandom is what it's like right now because of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, his Boba Fett film was like, it was teased as, no, it was like teased as borderline rated R.
Oh my god! I sent you a TikTok earlier where who was it? Somebody wanted to make I think it was either an R-rated game or an R-rated TV show. Oh my god, who was it? I check TikTok. I sent it to you on TikTok.
Checking TikTok right now.
It's an R-rated Star Wars game or a movie or a TV show. One of the other.
Zack Snyder.
Media. R-rated. Zack Snyder.
And he made it, and then he he's still making it just without the Star Wars IP. Rebel Moon. Yeah.
Was it a game or is it a movie? What is it? It's a movie
coming out. December?
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Yeah, he pitched it to Zack Snyder's smart as well. Listen to this. So he pitched Star Wars movie to Kathleen Kennedy, but she denied it because it didn't have didn't have existing characters. Zack Snyder wanted a whole new story, whole new character. He didn't want one pre-established characters. He wanted every new character to be his own character. So she denied it because he's like, no, people aren't going to care about that. And so she denied it. And basically, Zack Snyder went out and said that he knew it would get denied. But here's the thing. He still made it. He teamed up with Netflix and has made it with Netflix, coming out in December. And new images were released lately. And oh my god, it looks like Star Wars, dude. Holy crap. It's called Rebel Moon.
It's just...
And basically, look how smart he is. He pitched it to Lucasfilm, right? Kathleen Kennedy. She denied it. He knew she would deny it. But he pitched it to her so that he could still make it, but when he is starting to promote the movie and market it, they can put in the title of articles and stuff, Star Wars rejected movie, like Star Wars pictured movie.
It looks bad on
blah.
Star Wars.
They can put Star Wars into the marketing, which will boost it. He's smart. And bro, this could really be the new Star Wars. He apparently
Star Wars competitor?
No, I genuinely think so. He's already started planning for comic book animations, like TV shows for Rebel Moon, and Star
See,
Wars
Zack
fans
Snyder
right now.
is good at making gritty,
Yeah.
tough. Like I think that's
Like,
the reason.
what
Like
the man-
the Justice League, that's why it didn't do so well. Is because he had to keep it a whatever rating it was.
Yeah,
He can do gritty. He can do rough.
Yep.
That's what he's
And
good at.
so
And an R-rated.
him creating now his own universe, bro. Or I genuinely think this could be one of the best cinematic things of all time, and we could be seeing a new franchise being freaking built right now.
New Star Wars competitor.
No, genuinely, I think so. And Star Wars fans are so run dry right now. We are desperate for some good Star Wars. Hopefully, Ahsoka is that. But a lot of us Star Wars
If
fans.
Ahsoka's not,
Oh,
I think Star Wars dies. If Ahsoka's not, Star Wars dies. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
Star Wars is living on Ahsoka right now.
Ahsoka has the highest
Simple
hopes.
as that.
Like it has to be. It has to be.
It has the
perfect.
final
It
hope.
cannot let me down in any aspect. I'm walking away, and like Rebel Moon.
Help me, Ahsoka. You're my only hope.
Yeah, a lot of Star Wars fans, I think, will watch Rebel Moon just because it is so similar to Star Wars. They probably want to check it out because we are so run dry of Star Wars content right now. Good Star Wars content, and if Rebel Moon is good, and us Star Wars fans love it, and they make more of it, which Zack Snyder's plans to do, then Lucasfilm better be scared, bro. Kathleen Kennedy, another big mistake rejecting his movie. Like,
yep. It's just an endless. It's you know in like cartoons how they open a scroll and instead of it just being like a little bit, it just keeps rolling.
Yeah.
Literally, Kathleen Kennedy, what she does wrong, what she boots, what she ignores, everything like that.
Yeah.
Star Wars would be, I think, Star Wars would be where Marvel is right now. Sorry, I should say where Marvel was with Endgame. If it wasn't for her, I think I would like to say. I could be wrong, but I feel like if it wasn't for her, Star Wars would have had the success of what Marvel would have had by now. Yeah. It has the potential to still get there, but right now it is far from it. Yeah. And I blame her. I'm sorry, I do. I think she has done so much good in her time as a CEO, as an executive, just as a producer. Whatever she has done in the cinematic universe, in the cinema business, she has done phenomenal. But she's kind of killed Star Wars.
She has, dude. And I think if Dave wasn't at that company, it would already be underground.
We'd be dead already.
Yeah. Sure.
But this might also be. I kind of thank Zack Snyder because this is a kick up the butt. It is. Get on your horse. Actually try now. It's the same thing with DC and Marvel. Mm-hmm. Marvel's got to try now. Because one good movie, and that could be it.
Yeah. If
all those people who, that's all it will take. And the same with DC. Superman could come out and just smash it. Just like 1.5 bill. First movie. It could just absolutely blow up in Marvel's face because they have been lackluster. They have been lazy and they have been taking us for granted.
Oh, definitely taking us for granted.
Disney have been doing that non-stop, and arguably their Lucasfilm has. No, not Lucasfilm, I should say, but Kathleen has been taking us for granted, and at the soonest chance to find something that's like it that we can associate with that we love.
I feel like a lot of these big Hollywood executives are taking a lot of big, already established, built franchises like Star Wars, like Marvel, and taking their fandoms for granted and just making money off them. Just for money. Like,
again, we've spoken about it a million times. Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it was going to make money.
They knew it would make money.
On making it.
Yeah.
And they made a big profit off it. But I've said it a million times. Invest in your fans, and your fans will invest in you.
Yeah.
They have not invested in their fans, and Zack Snyder will.
Yeah, definitely. Rebel Moon is. And I'm glad that's
exciting.
happening, bro, because I need Lucasfilm to kick up the bar and like
They do.
actually need to look around and be like, okay, maybe it's time to get the shit together and actually start producing some good content that the fans will approve of. I've seen a lot of people start to worry about Ahsoka, man, and that's the make or break of it. If Ahsoka,
I kind of am too, to be honest.
It's just I think I trust Dave too much, and I think my expectations for Ahsoka are way too high. But I'm going into that show with my expectations that high, with my trust in Dave that high. I'm going all out in hyping that show up, in trusting Dave with that show, and so it has to be perfect for me. If it's not, I might have to walk away, man. I'm just getting so fed up with so much stuff. Like I'm not watching The Acolyte as of now. I'm not gonna watch The Acolyte because of that Leslie Headland. Dude, imagine if they made Leslie Headland.
They won't. She doesn't have enough under her belt. Like, you gotta think. Yeah. The resume Kathleen Kennedy had, and obviously,
George,
the trust.
With George.
The trust that George had in her too, which, what a bitch.
Bro, she backstabbed. Crap out of
Amen.
Like, yeah, it is what it is. And I think with Indiana flopping, it's time she's gone, bro. Maybe she retires. She's 70 now, man. I've said this. I think they won't. I don't think the media will put it out as she's been fired. I think Disney will kind of say she's going into retirement, and they'll have a nice exit for her.
She's stepping down.
Yeah, she's stepping down, having a nice retirement, and then. It just depends who that new president will be, and I hope Bob Iger looks very hard for one, and a very good one. Maybe Dave. Yeah, man, Dave would be the dream for it. Maybe George.
Yeah.
Nah, George would never come back.
No, George won't come back. But
buying back Star Wars, remember?
Jon Favreau.
I don't know, man. I feel like Jon Favreau's too corporate. I don't know. Dave is so relaxed.
Yeah, I feel like that's you can't have that. I don't know. As much as I love Dave, and I think he'd do a good job, I think you need somebody corporate. I think you need somebody looking at all the statistics, I feel like I feel like Kathleen's been ignorant.
Put that to the side and make good content, man. That's all Dave wants to do is make a good content, make good stories like George Lucas did one.
But that's where I'd rather him being in the mosh pit, in the room every day, in the director's box.
Lucasfilm needs someone like Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige understands the fans. He understands the content.
Exactly.
He's creating.
Well, that's why I think Jon Favreau would be really good. He's worked alongside Kevin Feige in a lot of projects.
Yeah, like Iron Man 1 and 2.
He's been with the Russo brothers in the Avengers movies. Like I feel like Jon Favreau has been kind of shadowing them. He was the director of the Iron Mans, and he's just been around Marvel for so long, and now Star Wars for so long. I feel like he's been shadowing, and he's Palpatining it. He's just shadowing it, and he's just gonna, as soon as Kathleen steps out, he's just gonna.
I don't know. I just don't know if he wants to do that.
I don't know if he wants to either, but I think he'd do an alright job.
I think he'll do an alright job, but only time will tell, and hopefully by the end of the year we will. Well, no, I do think Kathy has to be out by now, right? She's made so many mistakes, and it's not good, man. It's not good.
No, it's really not. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that they're not going to do anything at all either. They're just going to leave it and be like, "Oh, another movie. Looks like the fans are just don't care about Indiana Jones." Yeah, oh my God. If they come out and do that.
Jesus, man. She blamed solo bombing on the fans. She's like, they're not interested in a deep faked Han Solo. They only want Harrison Ford's face.
Which is funny because which is funny because what do they do? What do they do with Indiana Jones? What did they give us?
Deep faked him.
Harrison Ford's face.
And they de-aged him.
Yeah,
have you seen it?
Still Harrison Ford.
In the trailer, the de-aging looks great. I did a cinema check yesterday. And
no, you didn't. Not today. You didn't.
Not today. Yesterday, and that deep fake, that that is very noticeable. It looks way better in the
DH.
trailer. Yeah, the de-aging.
Of course it's going to.
Yeah, I walked in and I'm like, holy shit, man. So yeah, who knows, man? Who knows, bro? This, I wonder what Kathleen Kennedy really is thinking about it flopping. Like, does she know the mistakes she made, dude? Do you reckon she knows she's made mistakes, or do you reckon she's just blaming?
I think she does. She's just ignorant to them.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But anyway, we've rambled about KK.
That was a good rant. That was a good rant.
Guys,
she's our favorite.
I also with Indiana Jones, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak for how good it is, or how bad it is. I haven't seen it yet. I will see it. We'll do a review on it eventually. Eventually. But yeah, let us know what you think of it flopping. Do you think KK is now gone? What do you reckon? What are you guys' opinion on this? Just let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of the Movie Pod. Thanks for hanging with us today, and you're listening to us rant about Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, Disney, and all the mess going on right now in Hollywood. But yeah, my name's Isaac, joined by Joseph, our co-host, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Movie Pod. Don't let us flop. You know, things in the movie theaters are flopping. Don't let.
Oh yes.
Don't let
us be Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah. So smash a like. See you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.